Oh, I missed. Oh. Hello. There we go. Oh, shit! Die, Nessie, die! Hello? Why aren't I moving? Hello?
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
Why aren't we moving? Leon! Think you can swallow me whole? I mean, I'll try.
Shit. I'm sunk at this rate.
Yeah, so why did you just stay still? I was so confused! It wouldn't let me move! Oh. Ah! That little baby throw is hilarious. Hiya! Hiya! I think I choke a bit. You think it's that big? He's probably pretty thick, let's be honest. Ooh. I got you in the tail, bitch! What? I mean, look at the arms, you know? He has some thick arms, right? What do you think I was talking about? Uh-oh. See, it doesn't let me move. Why is he just... I'm not even hitting the button, he's just throwing spears. Ah! I'm pretty sure that was debunked, Bayo.
You tough son of a bitch.
Ooh, you jumping! Why are we just spam throwing? I didn't even hit the spear. It's a whole different vibe. I don't know what you're talking about. We're just hunting monsters. Stop it! Stop throwing spears when I'm not ready. Yeah. Yeah. I'll hit a wave. Yeah. He's gonna put me in the wall. All right. Second time's a charm. It's bugged because I got huge shoes. Also heard that it's like the tip of your pointer finger to your thumb in the shape of an L. Yeah. I have no clue. I was just making a joke that I was talking about his arms, not something else. All debunked, yep. It's all pseudoscience. Shape of an L on her forehead, yep. And you stop coming in, they don't 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 stop coming. And they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. Yeah. 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 I missed. Right in the leg. What I wish I could say. Say it! Say it! Pop out the water.
Think you can swallow me whole, huh?
I'll try. Alright, we're doing better already. Okay. He's bleeding. He's bleeding. Ah! Oh, crazy. Okay. He's dragging me. Oh, that's the water. Where are you? Rat. Come here. Where is it?
Where'd you go?
Where? Ah! Oh, my audio is the left side. That's so cringe.
Shit. I'm sunk in this ring.
No, you're not. We're fine.
You tough son of a bitch.
It's like a giant axolotl salamander. I missed. Oh! Hang on, buddy! Ah! It doesn't really let me, like, dodge those. I did it! Pigs have 30-minute orgasms? Damn. Never been jealous of a pig before. Well done, thank you. Shakes hair back into place, right? He's just... collapses. Nice. Del Lago, the lake monster. He's a mutated salamander. Oh, okay. That's why I was like, he looks like a salamander and like an axolotl and like a newt. Because they all kind of look the same. They look the same in my head until I see them, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
sacrificial lamb.
I'm gonna blow my nose while this
You will
goes.
receive our most sacred body. It begins now. When day breaks, you two will join our covenant to share in my holy blessing forever.
Heart's sinking, yeah. Axolotls have the face frills? Yeah. Axolotls are so
Condor
cute.
one to roost.
Too bad they're so finicky
Condor
on
one?
care.
You've been radio silent for 3 hours. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Won't let it happen again.
And the church?
I'm still looking for whatever key I need.
Copy that. I'm glad you're okay. Roost out.
She's so pretty. Yeah, I don't know. Like, he just so comfortably fell asleep in that boat after all that, which is wild. Hmm. Nothing on the hat for me. 30-minute orgasm would be wild. It would be incredibly wild, especially if you got, like, multiples. After minute, like, 6, I'd start getting impatient. Yeah. Like, just... If I remember correctly, there was a lady who had, like, a disorder, right? Where she kept having orgasms. Like, over and 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 over again. And it got to the point where, like, and she kept going to the ER because of it. And because it would, like, it would start physically hurting her because of her muscles tensing and stuff like that. And she was like, I'm constantly fatigued and sore and, like, all this shit. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I saw that and I'm like, that, like, that would be so terrible to have to experience. I couldn't imagine. I remember watching that and I was like, damn. I felt so bad for her. He's someone I've been with that would have orgasms that would tie into the next one. Like, one would roll over into the next. I feel like that can happen depending on stimulation, but... Some people, it's easier than others. Persistent genital arousal disorder. Yeah, that's what it was. I remember I saw that, and that was the first, like, realistic experience where you went, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I would never want to experience that many. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it sounds fun in theory, but not in practice. Yeah, it sounds terrible. Yep. Typical guy finishes and falls asleep. Hashtag am I right? Actually real. Oh shit. No, not the technical heads. I'm missing. Don't get me wrong, a burst of them would be fun for like a week until every time you walk or cough, it just fucking hurts. Yep.
What the fuck?
See, that's where it's like, you know, if experiencing multiples like that is something you want and is like a goal, then either you figure it out solo, because it'll be so much easier solo, or if you have a partner, you really go through the process of like communication and figuring out your bodies in order to do that. That shit would be insane. I couldn't imagine living like that. Communication and simulation. Foreplay. Yep. That's how it goes. Imagine communication in a relationship. Damn. It seems like a fairy tale. It really does. Oh yeah, I don't have any of the rations. Okay. Yeah, when I've had partners who wanted multiples, it was full 100% communication. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you gotta figure out, too, like, how a person is after. So you're not just, like, fucking overstimulating them into pain. You know? It's like, relax, buddy. We're not fucking DJing on a table right now. Take a breath.
Shrine.
Some kind of shrine, you think? I want to sit in this. This looks like it would kind of be a comfortable seat. It's a myth. Yeah, communication in a relationship is a myth.
Same mark from the church.
Was it good for you too? And just roll over. Yep. Well, I know women and I know what it feels like. So I know you had a good time.
Is this the key?
What do you want? It doesn't want any of these. Yeah, that is awful jinxed.
It's the lake.
Okay, cool, we got a little mappy map. It's difficult to find, I don't know, committed partners like that, I think. But it's also, you know, sometimes I'm like speaking about it out loud. I'm like, sometimes I gotta take my own responsibility because it's a two-way street. And I tend to go for the ones that the communication is difficult for one reason or another. We got another boat. No, I have to also drive. I wanted to be lazy. Phew. Oh, okay, and then that's the merchant. Oh yeah. I'm mainly speaking from personal experience that I have my own issues communicating and haven't necessarily made the situation better. So that's where I'm speaking of own, like, just personal experience, you know. But I do know that it is... I've been in those situations as well where you can put in a lot of effort and just not get anything back. That is definitely a thing. Whee! I like how the game was like, here, just go up here, jump off. There we go. Yeah, between 1 and 2 is way different to leading up to 1. Exactly, Mashi. Yeah, it might have worked also with like 1 or 2 women, but every woman's body is different. And medication can also affect things. Partners that are willing to communicate to alerting one person fully, 100%. So I go for women now. Mutual understanding of basic needs 9 times out of 10. Don't get me wrong, some women can be just as bad as men, but it's not as often. I feel that. I feel like I definitely recognize that my living situation is a huge deterrent for why I don't go for women. Because I still live at home with very religious parents, and it's just... You know. It's definitely a deterrent. Look at all this money in the river! Woo! Definitely looking for 100% commitment and solid communication, but I'm not perfect. I mean, no one is. And, like, I think we spoke about this a little bit, last stream, that, like, the point is going into conversations, relationships, and situations knowing that, like, we aren't perfect. No one is. Like, everyone is gonna have shortcomings, so just because a shortcoming comes up, it doesn't always necessarily mean to just, like, go to the next person. Of course, there's hard lines. But what I'm talking about is, you know, recognizing that if you're into a person and you want to, quote unquote, make it work, right? Then it's like, as long as you're willing to put in the work and effort to work on communication, that's all that matters. Because we aren't perfect, right? But it is the fact that, like, if someone's actually going to put in the effort and the work and all of that, that's so much different than someone just being like, yeah, I want to do this, and then they do nothing of the work. And to me, that's what is perfection, right? It's like, it's being that person who recognizes they're imperfect and are willing to do the work to be the person they want to be. Or especially to be the kind of partner they want to be, you know, to the partner they're with, or relationship, or friends, or things like that, right? Like, I navigate things in a certain way that may bother like really close people to me, and that means when I'm confronted with that, then I have to actually take the time and go, one, does this matter to me? Does this person matter to me? And am I worth like working on this? And do I also want to work on it? And 9 times out of 10, it's yes, because it's stuff where it's like, you know, it's the stuff where I'm not perfect in, that I want to be better, but I can't. But having that put up as a mirror, and having someone that also loves and cares about me be like, hey, you know, this is like an issue, or this is really bothering me, or like this is something that I really would like to work on, then that, you know, it's like that's where the perfection is. So, because perfection doesn't exist. That shit does not exist at all. But I think that's, like, everyone's idea of it, is being worth doing that. Or realizing that, hey, just because I'm not talking about something that's bothering me right now doesn't mean I'm not going to talk to you about it. I just need to process it first. And I think, and that's also where, like, a lot of emotional maturity comes in, and also comfortability. Because for me, like, you know, without getting into it, I've had a lot of trauma in my background, so it comes down a lot for me is that safe feeling to express those things, right? Like, that's mainly what it comes down to for me. So that's where it's like, right off the bat, we have to work on getting to a place where I'm comfortable to be like, hey, if I'm bothered by this, but like I need time to process it, I feel safe enough to even tell you that. You know what I mean? And that's where too, like, that's also a difficult thing for a lot of people, is to even communicate when you need space. Because everyone takes it personal. And it's like, yes, it hurts and it sucks to have someone be like, I need a moment from you. But we all do. And it's okay to be hurt by that. Like, it's just like human relationships are really complex. And everyone has their own, like, backgrounds and ways and reasons why we navigate things the way that we do. And the whole purpose of a relationship, you know, in my opinion, like friendships, relationships, family, and stuff like that, when you grow in those, is to really work on navigating life in a healthier manner together. And that's how you work on things. You know what I mean? And I know I'm kind of rambling on about the same thing at this point, but in hindsight, that was my biggest reason my last relationship failed. I made my mistakes, and I did what I could to rectify the mistakes, but there was absolutely 0% effort on her part to bring awareness to her shortcomings, too. And that's not to say she thought she was perfect, but there are plenty of times when I made it very clear that something she said or did upset me, but there was never that proactive effort on her part to even say, like, hey, I fucked up. Yeah. And that's like a whole other part of it as well, right? Is to be confronted. Sorry, my throat's a little itchy. Is like obvious. Being confronted where you're like, you know, hey, like this hurt my feelings, whatever. It's kind of natural to like put us on the defensive, right? Because we're getting called out for something. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't. But the whole point of it is to go, if that person you care about, and even at the end of the day, like, I feel like it doesn't even matter about caring about the other person, right? It also comes down to you looking at yourself and whatever situation got presented to you or your, like, reactions, you know, whatever, and going, do I want to be that person still? If it's a no, then how do I work on it? And am I willing to do that? Because so many people, like, you can go, oh, like, I know I'm a bad person in this, or like, I suck at this and this and that. Okay, cool. So you're saying it, but you're not doing anything about it, right? And like, that's the disconnect, is actually taking action and working on it. And I think it comes down to the fact that majority of us don't even know how to fucking do that. Like, I'm a big proponent of therapy, where I wish that a lot of the tools that get taught, like the basics, that everyone were just taught, because at the end of the day, too, you have to be like, you have to drop your ego enough to look at yourself and be like, I want to change this, but then we also need guidance. You know what I mean? Like, we also need guidance on how to change those things, because we aren't inherently born with that knowledge. And if the people we surround ourselves with also don't fucking have that knowledge and know how to do those things, then they can't even help us as much as they try. Like, it's just a fact. So, and I think that's where a lot of people sort of give up, is they go, I don't even know what the first steps to take, so they just kind of throw the towel in. And that sucks. But, like, I feel like there are resources, you know what I mean? I feel like at that point it becomes excuses. Hi, Nay, how are you doing? Oh, look, relationship advice. I feel like I am not a person to take relationship advice from. I have had one legitimate, committed adult relationship. Like, consensual, committed relationship, and I've been on, like, and I've dated, like, 2 people. I'm not one to take relationship advice from. Clearly, I ain't doing something right either. But, you know, we're just talking about, like, recognizing if you have issues or another issue with someone else and being willing to work on that together as a team. I mean, you know my problem, so, yeah. It's kind of, it's not funny, right? It's like, I empathize a lot with you because our situations are very, very, very similar. Very. And that's, you know, and sometimes people just don't want to work on their shit. And that's also what it comes down to. Yeah, believe it or not, this banter started as about multiple orgasms. It really did. We were talking about Cox and Leon's thick dick and like, could you, because he said, could you swallow me whole? So we're trying to see if we thought Leon was like thick or not. And then now we're into this. Imagine a man giving you real orgasms, right? You know what my favorite part is? All right, and this is going to get a little deep. I would love for men to understand that there is a difference between squirting and orgasms. That's all I'm going to say. Finally at the point in my healing arc I can finally reach out and talk to people. That's good, Bayo. I am not. I am... I'm like, I've spoke about this before on stream, but I'm very much a person where, like, when I'm, like, in my healing stage, I am very... That, like, romantic portion of my brain is pretty much turned off. I'm very, like... I have stuff I need to work on as well. And that becomes a very big priority. The porn industry has ruined the image of women. Yeah. Very much so. Did I just... Oh, it's